So I thought I'd come on here and do a little update for all you guitar players and musicians that are, checking out gear or whatever. So this is a little update from my gig last night, and I'm doing quite a bit of tweaking this morning to see, fine-tune things a little bit. Here's my world again today. So I've been taking out a Strat, a Damas Ovation guitar, and a mandolin, and I'll be working with these guitars today. This is what I normally take out: the Damas Strat and a mandolin, and so trying to get stuff pared down a little bit. It's really great for me. So little updates on the gear. Did the gig last night, was the first night. I really love the Bose speaker. I'm always on the fence with Bose. I did the original S1 many years ago, and I used it for several years. It's definitely got its own sound, and I think it's an acquired taste. But for practicality, it does work. And I have to say, I liked having the sound. I could actually hear myself a little better last night, especially with the, doing that setting with the full range, flat response setting for the speaker, which is fantastic. So, the effects really sound good. So I did a little tweaking with that yesterday as well, and I was able to get that going. Let's see if I can. There's little things that I'm still trying to figure out. So I'm downsizing, man, from, I'm at this, doing this teeny tiny thing versus this, the HeadRush Prime taken out every night. So we'll see how this works out long term. But the big thing that's interesting is, it's a good thing I'm not, Velcroing stuff on it. I really have to turn this around when I put it in the case. I have to do that with the Prime as well. I love these pedals, the Diodario Expand pedal. So I've got the small one and the big one. And of course it elevates. One side is higher than the other. So when you put it in the case, these units, the HeadRush units, are pretty, they're pretty thick. So it's not like a regular Bose, the Boss pedals or whatever you use. So if I put it, the high end, the higher end, on both sides of the pedal there, they don't really, it's hard to close if I can close it. I don't even try. So I have to turn that around. So I'm glad that I haven't committed to, attaching it to the pedal. And it holds pretty good during the night, so I don't have to move it around, which is great. And, it usually takes me a few weeks to assess if things are going to work out or not for this. I woke, when I got home from the gig last night, and just chilling out and assessing stuff, I really missed my HeadRush Prime, the bigger pedal, man, with the, it's just easier to see, easier to control things. So and even I'm a huge fan of the JBL speaker. It's just a great speaker, and just the way it's set up, just the shape of the case alone is a box. So interesting things for, if you're not a musician moving gear every night. The shape of a case can make a huge difference in getting your load-ins and load-outs down. So it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, getting things together. So this box is fantastic. This case for the JBL Compact, so it's easier to, to put on a on a hand truck and arrange it. Unfortunately, the Bose case, the only one I can find, I bought the backpack, is a pretty flimsy backpack, and just the way you sort it on the hand truck is still, I'm still trying to figure that out. So it actually took me, it really took me quite a bit more time to figure out how to load, how to put it on the hand truck, load it all in. And I still haven't figured it out, but those little things are the things that take a bit of time. And if you're out there playing, you know what I'm talking about. And I did downsize my Gigbag too, which I'm loving, just the size of this. I don't have the, I kept the bigger D'Addario Gigbag in the car. I filled this up last minute with what I think I need, and I just threw the big one in the car just in case I missed out on something. So it'll take me, it'll probably take a few days with the gig bags just to be sure I got the right amount of stuff in there. I always hoard stuff, so there's more stuff in there than I really need. But that bigger gig bag was really the heaviest thing I carried, so I could never put it on my back. I had to put it on my hand truck along with this, the bigger pedal board. So I'm excited to be able to pare it all down, and it'll probably take all week to really get this fine-tuned. There's a couple things I noticed with the Bose that it's too early to tell. I'm playing 5 nights this week, so I'm day 2 tonight. I'm committed to this thing for a few weeks to get it dialed in and see if it's going to work for the different venues. I'm in a small, it's a fairly small location, so it seems to sound really good with it. The pedal board, I'm still on the fence, but I will say when I woke up this morning, I was like, and I brought the gear in. I just left it in the car overnight. It was like, dude, this can become a game changer for me. So I'm committed to get this tweaked as much as I can, and I really do think it's going to work. It usually takes me, it takes a little bit of time to get used to doing something different. So not sure about any other players out there, but the biggest process for me sometimes is just how am I doing my operating procedures, like getting the gear in the car, having a standard way of loading out, putting them on the hand truck, being safe so you don't hurt yourself, and just being able to do quick load-ins and load-outs and do one trip. Those are my goals always when I play. So I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to try to share later in the week and keep you posted on how the new gear's going. And I hope, let me know if you got any ideas for what you're doing for your load-in, load-outs, and for gear and whatnot. And I forgot to mention as well with the Bose, I really liked the sound last night. It's a little clearer, and you definitely don't have the fullness you get with the JBL, but I think it's easier to hear things for me, which I really liked. I'm not sure about the wireless though, because I had one issue. I only had it one time, and I usually have them with a lot of the wireless systems, unfortunately. I had one like pop at night, and of course it was during I was just doing an a cappella, playing a standard, singing. I think it was can't remember the name of it right now, but it's playing guitar and singing. It's nearness of you is what it was. And I had one incident where I had a little pop. So I'm keeping my eye on that, and I've had trouble with other wireless systems like that. It comes out of the blue, can be unpredictable. If it's not very regular, I can live with that, but if it's going to be a continual issue every night, then I'm going to have to not use those wireless probably for most gigs. It will work good for strolling and also for you know, if you're in a loud environment and you're enhancing the environment, if it's one time and it's not disruptive, then I think I can live with that. But it's tough when I have issues like that. The only wireless I really love are those Sennheiser. I don't have them out on my Gigbag yet, but well, here I'll show you. The Sennheisers are really my favorite. And they're about the same price as those Bose, so but I've been using these for a few years and they are just the most dependable. Great range, but the challenge with them is, you know, I get about 4 hours. You know, I can get about 4, maybe 5 hours, and so that's always been kind of a you know, challenge for me. I have an extra one that I always keep out just in case I need it. The cool thing with the Bose, which I'm hoping is going to work out, is, you know, if I can, this issue doesn't happen a lot with that dropping out that happened, or the pop, is I was shocked and really surprised, man, when I came home last night. I thought, well, I'm gonna have to plug this in to charge these wireless cable, you know, wireless stuff, which I would do every night with the Sennheiser stuff. With this, I didn't need to do that. It literally, if there's more than 38% of battery life left in the unit, it will charge these receivers without the PA even being turned on, which is amazing. So I can just keep it in the car and have this charge. It will somehow charge this without it being on, so I don't even need to take it out of the car and just let it charge for the gig, you know, the next night. So I love it. I'll keep you posted. I think my big challenge for today is like getting the Gigbag optimized, and then also how I'm going to like put this stuff on the hand truck. It's been a little challenging yesterday, so I hope you guys are figuring it out yourselves, man, and give me ideas if you have any ideas out there. So have a great one.